Welcome to Rajesh IAS Academy. First of all, from our team, we congratulate each and every aspirant who have gone a step ahead towards reaching your goals by attending this free mock test. So I'm Priyadarshini. Let's directly dive into the explanation part. So first, the first 15 questions are dealing with the science and technology. So first is regarding consider the following statements with reference to functioning of immune system. So it comes under the biotechnology and the general science topic. Each and every question I'm going to tell you in which GS and in which subtopic it falls through. As we already know that technology comes under the GS3. So individually we try to impart the whole syllabus in the examination pattern. And the first question, the basic functionality of our immune system. We all know that our immune system is a defensive mechanism that will protect our body from the foreign particles. That is a basic thing where every person, even who do not prepare for UPSC, will have a common sense regarding that. So first option you can see, it is a defensive mechanism of our body from harmful pathogens like bacteria, virus, fungi. And this is definitely a right option. And second thing, it also recognizes indigenous cells and distinguish from foreign particle cells. Definitely, how our immune system will identify whether the particular thing which entered into our body is a foreign particle or whether it is a pathogen which is creating some diseases in our body. First, it should recognize our own cells. Hope we know that cancer is becoming like a pandemic among so many patients. That is because of failure of our immune system to identify our own cells. So when our immune system fails to identify our own cells, then that is also a problematic thing which will allow the cancer cells in our body to pile up at a larger scale. So second most important mechanism of an immune system is to identify and distinguish between our own body cells and a foreign particle. So the second statement is also the right statement. And third one, how it identify and how do you think that if a particular defensive mechanism is staying at a particular place in our body, then can it identify all the pathogens which are entering in our body? Definitely not. It have to patrol. Like our policemen and also army personalities, they have to patrol throughout the body here and there. And as we know that immune system is not only a single cell, it is a group of cells, lymphocytes, neutrophils, basophils. You have so many different types of cells within the immune system. I'm combining all the cells together and discussing with you. So how it identify the foreign particle and separates a distinction between our own particles and also the foreign particle is by patrolling. The immune cells will be roaming here and there throughout our body continuously to identify and defend our body. That is the third thing. It not only patrols throughout the body but also make and preserve antibodies. What are these antibodies? These are Y-shaped proteins produced by certain number of the immune cells. When a foreign particle enters in our body, a particular cell have killed this particular foreign particle. Do you think that this only one foreign particle have entered in our body? Definitely not. So there are numerous foreign particles which enter in our body and can also pile up. So in order to identify the similar type of foreign particle which is being killed just now by our immune cell, it will generate what? Antibodies. All these antibodies will go and attach to all the foreign particles like a biomarkers. So whenever a new immune cell which is patrolling nearby, whenever the immune cell see that, it easily identifies and it will try to kill it. So it will make and also preserve the antibodies. Once the whole body is devoid of the foreign particles, the antibodies will be stored within the immune cells. And next time when similar type of foreign particle is entering in our body, then definitely already we have an antibodies mechanism. So directly we will be generating the antibodies to kill these foreign particles. Instead of once again patrolling, checking, comparison and all these things, directly we're going to generate antibodies. This is how our pure vaccine system works on. So all these things we already have discussed in the online and offline classes. So as it is just an explanation part, we will guide you how to write the exam rather than giving you clean explanation regarding a particular topic. So fourth one, this is related to something current affairs, in link with the current affairs. As we know that every year from October 4 to October 11, Nobel Prizes will be giving out. Yes, so this year Nobel Prize was given to a particular set of people who have identified this. That somebody have to train our immune cells how to identify the foreign particle and also indigenous particle, how to make a separation and all these things. Whatever the basic mechanism our immune cell is doing, everything someone have to teach it. So erstwhile we thought that a thymus, which is an organ which is present in between our chest. During our childhood time period, the thymus organ is a larger in size. By the time you grow up, the size of the thymus will become less. So that is why in childhood, or most of the vaccinations for us were given during the child age time period, so that we'll have a better immunity boosters at the childhood time period. So this thymus is an organ which is present in between the chest, where all the T cells are a type of immune cells which will be fighting the infections. So when all these T cells will be patrolling through this thymus and will be entering into this thymus organ will check whether the functioning of these T cells is right or not. Just now I gave you an example of a cancer where the failure mechanism of the immune cells to identify indigenous cells misbehavior, where they couldn't identify abnormally a certain set of cells are increasing in number, that is itself is cancer or a tumor. Yes, so it means that our immune system is not functioning well. So this thymus will check whether this T cell is working properly or not. If it works properly, then it will release all the T cells into the blood system. Else, if that T cell is not working properly and it found out certain abnormalities, then the thymus will neutralize or kill that T cells within the thymus. So this is the functionality of the thymus organ in our body which is present in between the chest. But here the question is, do you think that only thymus can train the T cells to work properly? Until 2025 we thought the same. But this 2025 Nobel Prize was given that an experiment was made that without in a particular mice, thymus organ was removed. Even when the thymus organ was removed from that particular mice, the T cells were working very well. It means that T cells itself, they have their own regulatory mechanism. And apart from that, thymus will also guide them in order to behave normally. Is it clear? It means that erstwhile we thought that only thymus is an organ which will be training the T cells and which will be neutralizing the abnormal T cells in our body. But this time it was found that it was not only thymus, even the T cells themselves have their regulatory mechanism. So see, look into the fourth option, that only thymus, a small lymphatic gland, produces and trains the immune T cells. Just now I told you this is linked with the current affairs that this is not. If it is not an only option, then the option may be right, because thymus, a small lymphatic gland, definitely produces and trains the certain type of the immune T cells. But here, only thymus is definitely a wrong statement. So by eliminating the fourth option, we got three right options. So answer is 3 only. Why we have given such type of question? All these are your basic general science and biotechnology topic, and the fourth option is related to the current affairs. As we already